All right, so we're going to move on to solving logarithmic equations. So when we're solving our log equations and we have a log on one side, we're going to use what we know about exponentials to solve these. So we're going to rewrite these using our exponential knowledge. So if you remember from earlier, our base stays our base, so 9 is going to stay the base. X becomes the input and 81 becomes the output. Well, now this should look familiar because this is what we did the other day. I need to change 81 to be 9, because remember, if the base and the base is equal, then that means the exponents are equal, so x equals 2. So same idea here, the base is going to stay the base, so we've got x to the second power equals 64. Well, to get rid of a square, we know from algebra that means we need to take the square root, so we get x equals plus or minus 8. Now, when we're dealing with logs, log base a of x, if you remember, the domain says this has to be greater than 0, which means it cannot be negative. We also can't have a base that's negative. So this x here is a base, so it can't be negative. So even though the square root of 64 is plus or minus 8, our answer is only positive 8. So the inside can never be negative and the base can never be negative. So we also need to always double check that both of our answers work. So if we look at number 3, the base stays the base, the input and the output switches, right? So the 4x minus 7 becomes the output. Well, 3 squared is 9. And then use your algebra to solve. Add the 7 over, divide by 4, we get x equals 4. Now double check. If I plugged 4 in here, 4 times 4 minus 7, is that greater than 0? It sure is, so that's okay. Because remember, this can never be negative. So if this gave me a negative in here, let's say it was 2. If I got x was 1, that would give me negative 3. And I would have to say, no solution. Why don't you guys try number 4 on your own? Okay, number 5, remember ln means there's a base of e. So e to the 5 equals x. Now if I say I want an exact answer, then that's our answer. If I say I want a decimal, then we're going to use our calculators to help us do that. So we're going to go to our e button to the 5th power, gives us 148. 3 decimal places, 413. So exact answer, decimal answer, depending on what I ask for. So in number 6, I would have e to the 7 equals x plus 1. Now to get an exact answer, I'm going to want to subtract 1. So I get e to the 7 minus 1 equals x. So that would be our exact answer. Our decimal answer would be 1095.633. Okay, and number 7, remember the base is e, so e to the 10 equals the inside e to the 2x. Well, if the bases are equal, then the exponents are equal, so 10 equals 2x, x equals 5. Boom. Okay, you guys try 8.